One of the demonic beasts roars fiercely and lunges straight toward Shen Shi, only to be cut in half before it can reach him. Shen Shi remarks that a demonic beast at the peak of the Golden Core stage is certainly bold for daring to charge at him. Since a nascent soul stage existence like the poisonous toad is normally enough to keep the demonic beasts here at bay, that peak Golden Core stage beast should be the strongest among them. The poisonous toad warns that although the demonic beast's cultivation cannot compare to Shen Shi's, their numbers are simply too great. Shen Shi assures him there is nothing to worry about while he is here, so he should focus on gathering and absorbing the surrounding spiritual energy, and he will even help pull more spiritual energy toward his side. Shen Shi releases his breath into the aura gathered in his palm, causing it to scatter rapidly and spread throughout the entire area. As all the energy in the vicinity begins gathering together, the poisonous toad wonders what kind of divine ability this is and whether Shen Shi is truly still a golden core cultivator, or perhaps the kind with hundreds of golden pills inside his stomach. Once he finishes, Shen Shi considers the problem in front of him. He does not have any AO skills, leaving him to wonder how he should deal with so many demonic beasts, but he quickly decides to try something first. Multiple sword auras immediately appear across the sky, astonishing the demonic beasts as Shen Shi's aura surrounds them from every direction. He then activates overlapping mountains, declaring that since they are already here, they should not expect to leave later. At the same time, he admits that delivering a villain line feels surprisingly satisfying, even when it is only directed at demonic beasts. Shen Shi follows with Stepping Wave and cuts his way through the swarm. One demonic beast after another is rapidly slashed apart, their bodies spraying blood before crashing to the ground. After wiping them out, Shen Shi wonders how the poisonous toad rates his technique. The poisonous toad is left confused by what he means when he only seems to have that one technique. With the battle finished, Shen Shi immediately orders all the inner pills and useful materials to be collected because every piece is money. Meanwhile, the poisonous toad finds Shen Shi far too frightening and decides that from this point onward, he definitely should not piss him off. While sorting through the materials, Shen Shi notices how silky the misty snakeskin feels and remarks that if this were modern times, the material would probably be turned into stockings and robbed like crazy. That gives him another idea. If it can be made into stockings, then weapons should be possible as well, and he already intends to prepare several magical weapons for a few disciples before the competition. As his imagination starts running wild, Shen Shi immediately stops himself because the people he is imagining are his own disciples. Soon after, the poisonous toad thanks Shen Shi for protecting her and explains that the most dangerous period has finally passed. Shen Shi is satisfied with that, and since the poisonous toad is also about to transform, he decides it is time to give him a name, first confirming whether he is male. The poisonous toad reveals that she's female. Shen Shi curses in surprise and immediately questions why she was so attracted to his illusionary white jade frog. The poisonous toad is stunned to discover that Xiao Bai, her first love, was actually nothing more than an illusion. Shen Shi assures her that it is fine, because when the opportunity comes, he will find the poisonous toad a real one. The poisonous toad excitedly wonders whether he truly means it, then agrees and urges him to give her a name. Looking at the poisonous toad's current body, Shen Shi remarks that it resembles blank ink like jade, so he decides to name her Xiao Bai. Xiao Bai immediately questions where his manners are. Meanwhile, at Muling Castle, Luo Shasha confronts the clan elders, demanding to know whether their recent actions mean they no longer regard her as the acting castle head. One elder insists that everything is being done for the sake of Muling Castle and the Jade Kingdom's royal family, which could also become something they can rely on. On top of that, the sixth prince is interested in Yuting, making the arrangement beneficial for her as well. Another elder agrees, pointing out that they have already accepted the royal family's bridal gifts. Breaking the promise now could anger the royal family and bring disaster upon Muling Castle. A different elder adds that the Jade Kingdom possesses 3 cultivators, each one a great cultivator, making them people Muling Castle simply cannot afford to offend. Another elder brings up Yuting's return, claiming that since she came back with them, she must not have entered the sect. With the sixth prince already waiting outside the gates, all Luo Shasha has to do is agree, and Muling Castle's future will become limitless. Luo Shasha cuts them off and condemns the elders for arranging a marriage without either her or Yuting's knowledge, while pretending it is for Muling Castle's benefit. The three great halls of Muling Castle have been losing money year after year, yet the elders' pockets have only grown larger, and she makes it clear that she knows exactly what has been happening. No matter what they claim, she refuses to approve the marriage. At that moment, Wang Tong, the sixth prince of the Jade Kingdom, enters and praises her declaration. He never expected Luo Shasha to have such a hot body along with such a temperamental personality, and he likes both. Wang Tong criticizes the elders for being so coercive toward a beauty like her, then brings up the rumor that Luo Shasha became widowed before she was ever married, and that her body remains pure. In his view, leaving something so good without finding a son-in-law is simply a waste. Since he prefers being straightforward instead of beating around the bush, Wang Tong proposes that Luo Shasha and Yuting call each other sisters since they are not blood-related. Then both marry him. In return, he guarantees that Muling Castle will be able to expand its power from that point onward, with everything backed by the Jade Palace. Luo Shasha apologizes for disappointing Wang Tong, but firmly refuses. She then calls for Bai Jishui and orders him to send them out, which he accepts. Wang Tong's bodyguard immediately recognizes that Bai Jishui has reached the middle stage of foundation building. Wang Tong becomes confused because his bodyguard previously claimed Muling Castle had no cultivator protecting it. The bodyguard confirms that the man before them is Bai Jishui, but contrary to the rumors claiming he was running out of time. Even his sword chi has improved considerably. Changing his approach, Wang Tong politely greets Bai Jishui as the sixth prince of the Jade Kingdom and offers to triple whatever amount Muling Castle currently pays to hire him, regardless of the price. Bai Jishui apologizes but refuses, explaining that he is a protector of Muling Castle and has his own responsibilities here. So he requests that they leave. The bodyguard admits that he is not Bai Jishui's opponent, leaving Wang Tong with no reason to continue. He decides they should go. Elsewhere, Xiao Bai curses Wang Tong as a bastard for simply walking away and mocks him as a coward. Shen Shi counters that Xiao Bai does not understand, because this kind of teenage ninja mutant turtle is actually the most troublesome type to deal with, and Muling Castle's disasters are only beginning to emerge one after another. Xiao Bai wonders why Shen Shi does not simply help when his disciple comes from Muling Castle. Shen Shi explains that even if they get rid of the prince, the royal family still stands behind him, while an immortal sect stands behind the royal family, and even destroying that immortal sect would only reveal a superior immortal sect above it. He is far too familiar with that kind of routine, and fighting through one battle after another like that would not give the reader any pleasure at all. Shen Shi explains that Muling Castle currently has Bai Jishui, while the Jade Kingdom has its three cultivators, so the balance between them remains fairly even. There will naturally be some friction, but no major conflict should break out, which is for the best. Luo Shasha is also cautious by nature, so she is unlikely to get involved in anything serious. Hearing this, Xiao Bai questions whether the cultivator world is really that dangerous. Shen Shi confirms that it is, warning that Xiao Bai needs to learn how to conceal and disguise herself properly while being careful not to tempt fate, or else she might end up as roasted chicken. Xiao Bai immediately corrects him, pointing out that she is a toad, not a chicken. With that settled, Shen Shi decides to take Xiao Bai to meet his disciple. Meanwhile, Yuting sits on her bed, meditating as an aura swirls around her. She continues focusing until her body hovers above the bed, and after maintaining her cultivation for a while, she finally opens her eyes. The moment she sees her master, Shen Shi, she is caught by surprise. Shen Shi praises Yuting for working hard enough to reach the first stage in such a short time, calling her progress truly impressive. However, Yuting excitedly lunges at him before he can continue, catching Shen Shi completely off guard. She quickly settles onto Shen Shi's lap, leaving him flabbergasted. Shen Shi points out that only a few days have passed since they last met and questions whether she really needs to be this excited. Yuting immediately counters that it has already been 10 days. And she misses him badly because the last time he came, he left right after passing on the cultivation method, without even letting her offer proper courtesy. Shen Shi reassures her that as long as Yuting behaves, she can let him know if she needs anything, and he will do his best to meet her needs. Yuting questions whether anything is truly fine, and her imagination instantly runs wild. She imagines Shen Shi praising her as a good disciple before rewarding her properly. The next moment, blood spurts from Yuting's nose. Shen Shi curses in alarm and checks whether she is all right, while Yuting quickly insists that she is fine and only ate too well earlier, leaving her a little too fired up. Shen Shi immediately changes the subject, explaining that he has something to show Yuting, while privately hoping the nosebleed does not mean what he suspects. He introduces Xiao Bai, warning Yuting not to be deceived by her cuteness because she possesses the strength of a nascent soul stage cultivator. Shen Shi is leaving Xiao Bai with her so she can protect her whenever he is not around. Hearing that, Yuting questions whether Shen Shi is leaving again and whether he no longer wants her. Shen Shi calls Yuting a foolish child and questions how he could possibly cast her aside. Suddenly, Luo Shasha drops a cup, and it shatters across the floor. She stands there stunned and speechless, staring intently as if trying to confirm what she is seeing. Luo Shasha notices Yuting crying, then spots the blood on her skirt. Shen Shi immediately tries to explain, but Luo Shasha turns around, walks out, and slams the door behind her without another word, instantly making Shen Shi nervous. Outside, Luo Shasha calls Shen Shi a monster, pointing out that Yuting is only 1 year away from coming of age and wondering how he could possibly be in such a hurry. Then, Luo Shasha quietly questions whether she already looks old. Shen Shi suddenly appears and immediately denies the possibility, insisting that she is still young and pretty, so there is no way she could look old. Luo Shasha assumes Shen Shi must be joking and apologizes for intruding earlier. Shen Shi quickly explains that everything is a misunderstanding, because he and Yuting only share a teacher-disciple relationship, and the blood on her skirt came from Yuting's nosebleed. Even he has no idea why that girl suddenly started bleeding. Luo Shasha points out that she never accused him of anything, so there is no need for such an explanation. Shen Shi admits that he is worried Luo Shasha might misunderstand. Luo Shasha then questions exactly what she would misunderstand, what it would matter even if she did, and why Shen Shi would care about her feelings in the first place. Shen Shi starts stuttering, wondering whether she is teasing him, but then remembers that they are both adults and questions what there is to be afraid of. In his imagination, Shen Shi suddenly grabs Luo Shasha by the waist and calls her madam, explaining that he is afraid she might misunderstand his heart. Luo Shasha corrects him, wanting him to call her Shasha instead. Shen Shi questions whether calling her madam is not more exciting, and Luo Shasha remarks that she finally understands how Shen Shi likes to play. Unfortunately, none of that actually happens. In reality, Shen Shi is still standing there stuttering and completely flustered. Unable to handle the situation, Shen Shi quickly runs away, mentioning that he left some things with Yuting and Luo Shasha can use some of them as well. He has already instructed Yuting about it, so with nothing else to add, he immediately gets going. A few moments later, Shen Shi is already high in the sky, riding his flying sword. He wonders why he always panics at the most crucial moment, and the more he reflects on it, the more embarrassing it feels. Next time, he decides he will actually do something instead of backing down. Just then, the channeling jade sword suddenly appears and rings out. Shen Shi wonders whether the thing is basically a messaging app as a message from Wushuang arrives. Addressing him as Qian Ren, Wushuang checks whether he is there before explaining that she has just returned safely to the Taiyun Immortal Sect's subclan. She assumes Shen Shi is probably busy and does not want to bother him, but she wonders whether she can contact him more often next time and whether he has any questions for her. Shen Shi is immediately baffled by the situation, wondering what kind of setup this is and whether Wushuang is trying to start online dating with him. Even worse, he questions whether he is about to start e-dating his ex-girlfriend. Elsewhere, Wushuang laughs, satisfied that Shen Shi accepted. She already knows she is speaking with Shen Shi. Calling him a jerk, she wonders whether he really believed he could hide from her. Wushuang scoffs, recalling how long she has searched for Shen Shi, and now she intends to see where he can possibly run this time. Then, Wushuang questions why Shen Shi left without saying goodbye back then.